make a slug and melting frit. How to put some frit in a slug, or how to put frit in a pipe. And with this slug, you can make a pipe, you can make a rig, you can make anything with it. So it's prep. We call it a slug. It's a frit slug. We'll turn these into cups actually. So the first thing I'm going to do is get some heat into this. If you take this apart and you got the heat into it, you don't need to do this, but you can't have this crack. So I'm going to go ahead and put this heat in here, get this warmed up. One thing, you want to make sure that your tube is definitely dry. For some reason, if you get a little air in there, I like to pop a little hole here, shoot hot air through this, and then close it back up so this stays dry. And you can lay the frit in a lot of different ways. I'm making a sunset here.
Cherry.
One thing when you're dealing with frit, putting frit in, you want to have one of these spoons. We call it a frit spoon. We can make these for only $500. So if you need one, hit us up. We'll custom make that for you. So now I'm coming back here, finding my edge, my end of where I want the frit to go. So heat that up, get that frit to stick around in there. And I'm only trying to get this a slight layer. I'm not trying to get it to get too thick in there. Just enough to where it does its thing. I got that pretty good. Need a little more frit to the bottom. I always do less is more. You can always add more frit, that's for sure. You can always take it out, dump it in like a metal case or something like that. That fog is neat as hell, huh?
That shit got crazy, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was out there. Well, I walked outside and it was there. Yeah, when I came in, there was no fog outside whatsoever.
Oh no, it just came in within the last like 10 minutes. Okay, so now we got that in there. Now the big thing is, you got to melt this Frit in. If it don't melt in, you're gonna get some cracks in there. So the whole thing is melt, melt, melt. Like everything. If you're not melting, you're not doing it right. Always clean off the table here. Get some heat penetrated deep into this thing. So it's pretty sloppy on me right now. It's definitely juicy. If I stop spinning it, it's going to go all to shit. Which that's what I like. Shrink this down. Put the glass inside the Frit, melt into the clear. Go ahead and add more heat into this. It's a smaller diameter, so I feel I get more heat into there a little bit.
Yeah, sorry, all my colors are gone.
So I kind of let this go ahead and fall back deep down into itself, gather up, get more heat in there, more heat. So I'm working on basically half to a little bit more than half, maybe 2/3 of the glass, and then I'm going to switch it because I like it. It's easier for me. Plus, I end up with a. If I'm making a pipe, I might not switch it. I'm going to blow this up a little bit. Get this glass to melt in there. Maybe this is where that term triple blown comes from. I don't know. I don't know what any of that means. All I know is you need to do it so it's right. Let it gather. Just let it. Gotta. Really get that heat penetrated into there. So now I'm going to get this down and get it to where I feel most of my Frit's in there, just from experience and how much hot heat I got into there. I've really penetrated that heat into there deep. That's what it's about. Get that heat in there, get that glass to become molten on the inside, get that Frit to melt in. Now I'm just going to blow this out, get it in a nice, really nice shape. I like to use a blow tube for that, just because it makes my life a hell of a lot easier. I'm a firm believer in use the tools you got. There's a reason for those tools. Morning. Keep this warm, so while I'm heating up this blow tube, got heat flowing onto my glass. There's no use in wasting heat when you don't have to. then I like to get a really nice weld here. No sense in ever having a little jank weld, because if it's a jank weld, it's probably going to crack on you. Go ahead and get it in there. If you got to give it a blow, give it a blow. If you got to plug one end up with the ear plug and plug up this end with your blow tube, so be it. I'm letting this go down. I'm going to get this to melt in really nice. So I don't have to worry about it ever breaking or cracking or anything. It's just going to be on good point. So that's all melted down really nice. Now while that cools, I just let this heat kind of penetrate into this side. Waste not, want not. Don't waste none of that heat. It's starting to get stiff, so I'm going to go ahead and jam some heat into this side right here. This is still wet on this side, but it'll get loose, it'll stiffen up, which it's done right now. Now I'll go ahead and wrench this heat in right into this front here, remove my blow tube, have it for the next one when I'm ready. I'm going to heat this up just enough to get it down into my frit. I like the frit to end, so the whole tube's covered with frit. So that's pretty good right there. Now this, I like to blow it out thin. I always do my terminations best I can, no matter what I'm doing, whether it's this or a switch ball or anything. I always keep those terminations on practice. No bleeds. Trick of termination is don't let that shit melt down into itself. If it melts too quick, it'll start to bleed out. You gotta do a nice gradual melt down. And it's melted in there good, so it's not gonna bleed out now. I'm confident of that. Terminations are very important, so always practice. And now I'm just gonna do this last basically 1/2. I don't have to do 2/3, and a lot of this is already pre-melted in because I've wrenched a lot of heat into it. So I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect that because I don't need it. So I'm going to layer this down, and this, by doing this, this really gets the wall thickness even, so you can see that right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and crunch this in there, get this heat penetration in there. And it's probably pretty good, but I like to give it a little blow up and then let it come back down because I can. And it's a good thing. And as I build something later on, I'll definitely be putting more heat into it and getting it. But I just really, prep is everything. Prep is very important. You got good prep, it's easy to make good pieces. If your prep sucks, you're gonna fight your piece, and it's just a battle. So like painting or anything, prep is very important. If not one of the most important. So that's pretty much good. I'm gonna open this up so it's ready for me when I'm putting cups together. When you open this, don't open it in the flame, right outside the flame. And that's how I like to do it. Keep it thin, keep it good, keep it thick, whatever that all means.